Darkness. No parents. Continue darkness.
True. Does Batman have his own private island?
Uh,
Like in Tahiti somewhere?
oh, you mean like as Bruce Wayne? I mean,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
probably.
Bahamas.
Why?
Or maybe like a secret base, like not... Well, I guess that's what like the Justice Watch Eye Tower thing. He's got his private island in space.
Oracle.
I mean,
Go
him
through the
having
city's
more
computer.
than one
Pull up all you can find on Dr.
Batcave
Young.
is a
I'll
thing.
go through anything you find once I get
Yeah,
to the cave.
okay.
Batcave on Arkham
That's good.
Like
I
right
built
now.
it years ago.
Oh.
Best to plan ahead for
Well.
situations like this.
Have you ever seen me be more right than before? My powers of prediction are unparalleled.
I'm gonna grab this just to play around with it.
It's me, remember?
So do
It's
you
me.
think Dr. Young's been experimenting with venom? The same chemical that turns Bane into that animal?
Yes, I'm worried. Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the venom, and that can only be trouble. I'm heading to Dead Man's Point in Arkham North. I'll contact you once I'm in the Batcave.
A challenge completed. Can
There
you
you
do
go.
more?
So
That's
this
weird.
is basically just for solving very specific puzzles. It doesn't have
Okay.
much use other than that.
How long can this fucking thing fly?
Pretty fucking long, actually. And you can...
You trying to catch it?
Fun fact, on the PS3 version of this game, you use the PlayStation's motion controls to control these.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it was shitty. The PlayStation's motion controls were shitty,
I want a burger. Oh, that
and that's an achievement. if you
Batman,
do
that thing passed through your colon.
I don't know where I'm going. It's a tree.
There's this really good burger place near me, and they make really nice burgers. They got these huge ass onion rings that they got in them. They've got this nice like Cajun sauce that they put on top of it. The buns are really nice. I just really like burgers. God,
Burgers
I'm
are
hungry
nice.
again.
Well, stop talking about food, you fucking dumbass.
No, I think I'm gonna order Uber Eats right now.
Wow, live on stream.
Live. Alright. So, I'm going to address each and every single one of the things wrong with what you just said right there. First of all, this is not live. Second of all, this is not on stream.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna go and order food now. That was it!
Well, you did what you set out to do. Congratulations.
Yes, and it's more than you have ever done to disprove anything wrong that I've said, unless I've specifically asked. Like, Blade not being part of the DC universe.
Yeah, I know. I once saved an unfortunate
So, like, does Blade ever, like, cross over with anybody else, or is he, like, in his own standalone universe separate from the rest of Marvel?
It's a regular
I mean, he is technically part of the official Marvel universe. He doesn't show up a
He's-
lot.
Because he's a vampire.
And not like Morbius, the living vampire, which is not a vampire.
What?
Morbius, is
Morbius?
just some asshole with like a fucking disease who sucks blood through his palms. And he's
That's
like
lame.
the shittiest vampire ever.
That's super lame.
Yeah, it is. But there you go.
Okay.
Morbius.
What do you
for ya.
normally... What do you normally get when you go to, like, Panda Express or whatever?
I don't like Panda Express. I'd rather
Really?
go to, like,
Why?
an actual Chinese restaurant.
Okay, well... Food superiority strikes again.
Yeah.
You nerd?
What?
I'm just saying, you're a nerd. I mean, like, there's a lot of, like... I feel like, maybe, Californian Chinese food should be appreciated for what it is, not for what it is trying to be.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between American Chinese food and, like, actual Chinese food in China.
Understandable. But... do you want to have a sit-down meal or do you want to go out to eat? Like, do you actually want to go to a sit-down restaurant?
Well, I
Like,
mean,
it's
even then,
like
I'd
that's the
rather-
difference.
Ran through the heart of
I would
Gotham.
much rather have the fucking
We were doctors,
like
politicians,
restaurant
and
quality
teachers.
stuff than the fast food
We
stuff
have
from
been the
Canada.
organ, cleaning the
Okay.
filth from the city. We
Fine.
have been its
I guess my
servants,
standards are just
giving
ass
orders to
then compared
protect
to
it.
yours.
Yep.
And still,
Well,
it is
that's mean.
chosen to
Yep.
hurt
Considering
us.
that my standards are what got you to be my friend.
So, like, what the fuck is this?
There are a bunch
Like,
of
what am I actually
so you know
looking at here?
so you
First
know
off,
those
these
big
skulls are
dudes?
huge. Like,
Yeah,
very
those big dudes that you've been
gigantic.
fighting, it's their skulls.
Are they? I don't think they've been here long enough for that. And like, how many people had to die to create all these skulls? And where were
Well,
they? And why were they?
You
died?
said that. Well, I mean, like, as evident by the Egyptian fuckery that's been here for millennia,
Yeah.
a long time, with these caves that are just open and exposed.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that there aren't more secret evil villain bases.
But again, you know, clearly by evidenced by this giant ass moon that we have, it's clear that the Arkham series at least takes place in Bloodborne.
Okay.
Identity confirmed.
Wait, Arkham happens in Bloodborne? That's not real.
Well, clearly.
Security deactivated.
You're lying.
I mean, like the fucking Arkham's named after a Lovecraft thing. Bloodborne is like 60% Lovecraft. So it's like it's
So Batman is 30% Bloodborne.
yes, that's how math work.
Listen, I ever tell the story about... Alright, I'm not going to tell the story, but I am going to tell the story about people who should keep their mouths shut about what stories they tell. I feel like more people should shut the fuck up when they tell stories that might incriminate them or bite them in the ass someday.
Alright, do you have like
I've-
a specific example?
My specific example is me,
Oh.
so I'm not gonna do that. I like the Cardi B thing is happening right now, but I mean, like, I'm not. Oh, remember that
Let's date this video more.
You shut up, okay? We're playing a game from 20 years ago. The game that was released in 1999.
Titan.
But
There you
there
go.
was-
It's the Titan, not Tyrant. It might as
Oh,
well just be
okay.
Tyrant.
Oh, okay, there, Bill.
They should have called it Tyrant. I would have liked it if they called it Tyrant.
Yeah, you would have. Remember when we mentioned how Batman should just happen in Raccoon City?
Crazy enough to do that?
I would
Me too.
I would read that crossover.
You've got to
Yeah. We should just have, like, the Dark Souls amalgamation of worlds crashing together. Just have it be, Gothcoon City. Rakoth City.
Oh,
Rakoth's actually kind of cool.
that's not bad. It's better than
It's not
Gakkoon.
bad.
That is uncomfortably close to racial slurs, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry, what racial slur does it sound like? Perhaps you could enlighten me on this trove of demonetization and infamy.
I don't think you can be enlightened. Fuck am I going? Oh,
Yeah, well, neither can the Batcave. Boom.
you don't get it.
Oh, you solved that portal puzzle super hard.
Yeah, Batman couldn't traverse these fucking boxes. Then why'd you fucking put them there, Batman?
Listen,
This is your
it
cave.
was just
Everything
was-
in here is yours.
Listen, Greaves can't lift boxes over 30 pounds, okay? And I would have needed to do it myself, and I just didn't have the time because the Joker was out there fucking something up. I don't have any parents.
I had to learn all this on my own.
It was really uncomfortable when I had to learn how to shave.
Took a little longer to find them than you figured it would.
Do you have like a preferred like water brand? Do you just drink tap?
No, I refuse to drink tap water.
Okay, so
I'm a
what is
super-
your...
I am a super water snob.
Okay. Tell me your top 3 and your bottom 3 water brands.
Well, I don't have a bottom 3 because I don't drink the ones that are bad. So
Okay, well, you know which ones are bad, so how about you just tell me those ones too?
I don't like Dasani.
Okay, understandable. It tastes like diet water.
Yeah. And I guess that's the most common one I won't drink. If I like ever have to buy water, I'll just probably get Arrowhead. At work.
Arrowhead?
Yeah.
That's a band.
No, that's Aerosmith.
And Metalhead.
What?
But yeah,
Anyway,
continue with your water.
well, at
what's
work
your-
we sell Fiji water.
Yeah, how is that?
I mean, it's fine.
I tried it once, and I was just like, damn, that's fucking water. I've not, no, it's not bad. It's
But
water.
I mean, I only have to pay $2 for it because I get my employee discount on it. So there you go.
You pay $2 for a bottle of Dasani water with an employee discount?
I mean, it's like a,
Can you hear that, detective?
it's a big bottle. It's like,
Sound of me
fucking-
clapping at your success. Oh,
How many milliliters, you European shit?
idiot
I don't
would've
know.
called
It's
that trophy.
it's like fucking
A
like
pint?
20 ounces or something.
20 ounces is like not that much larger than a 16-ounce water bottle.
You're a 16-ounce water bottle.
That doesn't make any sense. I think maybe these jokes, yeah, I think you need to try a little bit harder. I don't feel like your soul is in this right now. Oh, my Dale Gribble outfit's almost done.
What?
I
a
got-
shirt and a hat.
No,
and some
no,
glasses?
no, well, that too.
Like, how
But
much
the
effort do you need to put
the
into
exterminator
it?
outfit.
Oh, okay.
According to her bank records,
So I bought a very cheap pesticide pump.
then nothing. The payments came from
It's like 1 gallon, and it's
One of Joker's
not
oldest
electrically
ills.
pressurized, but there's a
So,
pump on it.
Joker
But it's
paid
got
Dr.
the
Young
rest
to
of the
leave
kit
his
in
army,
there
and all of a
too,
sudden
and it
he
was like
stops.
$20 or something.
Doesn't make
Then I
any
also got a
sense.
back strap, and I got an orange jumpsuit, and now I've got those glasses that like flip up. Those sunglasses that flip up, so now I can do that too.
That sounds like
And-
the kind of thing you would wear like on your own.
Yeah, yeah. I've already got an orange hat from work. And I've also got a very old vape pen somewhere that looks just like a cigarette. So could just use that.
There you go.
So there we go.
You have accomplished something great.
Now I get to go to cons,
Yeah.
and
You're
I can
allowed.
say I'm
You will be
putting
permitted
effort in. Yeah, okay. What's with a gallon of mystery liquid in there? It's water. Smells like alcohol. It's vodka.
That's
Uh.
such, like, to actually fill that with vodka, that'd be insane.
No, well, I mean, like, yeah, it would be insane, but it wouldn't be that expensive. Are you saying, like, the price would be expensive, or it would just be, like, stupid to do?
Sounds like she
I don't
had
know
a
how much
change
vodka
in
is
her
for you,
She
but
tried to block the payments. I like it when his partners
If you're
do
going
that.
to a party, bringing a gallon of vodka should be fine.
Find his formula.
And then you could just pressurize it and spray it into people's glasses.
so I can't use my fucking grapple hook over
This
here
area
because
is falling apart.
It's
Uh,
crumbling.
Use the
it's
grapple
too old and it won't support
We
my
need to
weight,
climb
so I
up
have to manually.
the old-fashioned way.
If it won't support your weight, then why are you climbing it?
Two males stand out.
Whoa, shit!
Good job, Batman.
Well, it's great.
Wow!
Dated last week.
That's cool. I like that.
And the second,
A message from Joker.
How many scenes are there where Batman actually fucking bites it? Like, other than combat? Like, the Joker gas didn't kill him, falling didn't kill him, losing the stealth sequence didn't kill Batman.
go on.
So, like, is there, like, a cutscene somewhere where Batman just actually straight up dies?
Outside
Like,
of
adventure
combat, I
game
don't-
style?
Not
No mystery
really.
why she's so scared.
Oh,
Usually
okay.
your failed
I'm coming
state
up
is
to
like
the
if a
surface. I'll
hostage
find
dies or if you fail a puzzle, but like that'll like usually result in your death.
Okay.
But I mean, usually
I
in
like-
combat, it's not gonna like they're not gonna kill you.
Okay. Gosh, I love Taco Bell so much.
I don't
Like-
know why that's so popular.
Well, Why do you not like Taco Bell? That's my
Because
first
I live
question.
in California, and there are like,
Where you've got actual Mexicans?
and every other block there is another Mexican
A
restaurant.
Chipotle? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we don't have that many Mexicans up here. We've got like Middle Eastern food up here. We've got so much Middle Eastern and soul food up here. It's no longer funny. It is just the new status quo.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones. You got a cure for me then, Doc?
This guy's having fun.
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal.
Yeah, but Killer Croc's like significantly less normal than everybody else.
Yeah, he's like,
You let me go now.
why does every single villain, like, why do bad things happen to super, what, okay, if somebody gets powers, they either turn into a supervillain if they look mean, or they turn into a superhero if they look employable. What's the deal? Why can't we have a dude that just gets superpowers and is just like, oh my gosh, I can finally get that raise because I'm so much better at what I do now. That's crazy. This is the easy way out for me. I hit the jackpot.
I mean,
Why does everybody default to like, I need to?
that doesn't
It's
sound
not
like
fun.
a particularly interesting story to read.
Fine.
Like,
Well,
these
there's
characters are
plenty of
made
stories.
to be readable.
Fine. Well, there's plenty of stories where people get like their lives fucked up because of other things that are happening, and people like talking moral, boring shit, where people talk morals to them, and it's just like. It's like, oh, you've got this cool power. Why don't you become a superhero? It's like, because I've got to pay bills and my daughter's in school and I gotta, like, I don't want to do commission work. I don't want to be a spokesperson. I just want to go home and fuck my wife, like The Thing.
Okay, so what is your pitch then for a superhero story or a superpower story that actually is something people would want to read?
All right. Well,
Okay.
think Sandman.
Which
Okay,
thing?
or
like
Sandman from
The Spider-Man
from
villain?
from the Spider-Man villain,
Okay.
from like the movies. And I like that one. He's just like, I want to provide a good life for my daughter. Problem is, I'm a criminal. Uh-oh. Well, alternatively, you could go and try and be a job. But then, if you get a job, now nobody will hire you because the legislature for having superpowers and being a big scary looking sand dude, you can't insure that. So nobody's
Sandman
gonna
make
hire you.
himself look normal.
Yeah, okay, fine. Killer Croc. You put Killer Croc instead of Sandman. Like, the guy who's Sandman, you give him Killer Croc's powers instead. Now nobody will hire him because everybody's racist against mutants.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, but he's a nice dude. He just needs some money to go and help and be a nice person.
So you want a story in which
Yeah, sure.
a character is
Uh-huh.
given this advantage in superpowers where he doesn't have any disadvantage because he doesn't have any social repercussions from his powers, and he just lives a normal life and does normal things, but he has superpowers. And that is your idea for this story.
Not exactly. He could try being a normal person and the things go not so great, and so now he's just in poverty, and it's a sad, bad end. I like bad endings that leave my characters sad. And now he can't have his daughter because the government's gonna take it away from the big, scary crocodile who wants to fuck his wife.
I don't see
Is
yourself
this too much-
selling that.
Well, I guess that's why I'm not a big dick producer comic book man.
Guess not.
So
The further you get,
Do I
the
get
more
s-
the more joke Riddler shit talks you, and one of them,
Oh?
like he literally accuses you of looking up a guide online,
Really?
which is what literally everybody does. Because why would you waste your time fucking grabbing all these yourself?
Yeah, I guess. Oh my god, it's so hot in my room.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what you want from. Like,
I just feel
the most I can do is like, okay, that is an interesting story for like maybe like 4 issues.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you make a monthly comic book series out of that.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, I just want like a standalone story. Like, give me something short, simple, and dirty, and that'll be good. I mean, I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Like, because if you want a character that like is trying to balance normal life with superheroing and is miserable because of it, then you just read Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Because like all Peter Parker does is he has a shitty everyday life, and he keeps trying to be a superhero because responsibility.
Yeah, that's yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Miserable all the time because of it.
I feel like
But guess what?
maybe
I've read like a few hundred issues of Spider-Man, and that gets old after a while. Peter Parker constantly being miserable because of his shitty everyday life and his complete inability to manage his adult relationships and responsibilities.
I mean, like, very early on, Peter Parker's girlfriend gets fucking iced, doesn't she?
Well, early on relative to comic book run lengths, sure.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So,
it
like,
happened in
Peter
the 70s.
Parker. Yeah. So, like, I feel like what else is there to go from that? Like,
I don't know, selling your marriage
your parents
to the devil?
abandoned you. He sold his marriage to the devil?
Oh my god, you actually don't know about that?
No, is it? Are you being literal? Are you being
I am being as literal as I can be.
Yo! Tell me more about that. I want to know about that.
So, fuck. That's why guns are a problem for Batman. So do you know Civil War, right? Or at least the idea.
Civil War, yeah.
The comic book stories.
We've got 2 superhero camps. One of them is registration of superheroes so that we can have accountability and general safety. The other one is to preserve the old American way of doing whatever the fuck you want.
So you got Civil War, in which like a bunch of superheroes are like demasking themselves, and like Spider-Man is initially part of the pro-registration side. So he unmasked himself in front of a whole crowd with cameras. Immediately after Civil War ends, like the event wraps up, he's talking like in a hotel room with Mary Jane and Aunt May, and his spider sense goes off, and he pushes Mary Jane to the ground, and so a sniper fucking shoots Aunt May. So Aunt May is now in a coma from a bullet wound. Now,
Okay.
it's important to remember that Aunt May is fucking old. Like,
Yeah.
like she's been fucking like collecting pensions since the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, she is fucking old. Even in comic book time, which is nebulous. Like, she is at least in her 70s.
Okay.
So it's a miracle at all that she doesn't just die right away. So Peter Parker, he goes around and fucking goes to every single person that should be able to help him. He goes to Reed Richards, you know, Mr. Smartest guy in the world ever.
Mr. Big Dick Stretchy.
And he can't fix a bullet wound. Okay? He goes to Doctor Strange, who aside from being the most powerful magic user in Marvel, Sorcerer Supreme, he is also world famous surgeon.
Yeah.
He can't help. He can't fix a bullet wound.
You know what? I would be.
He goes to Doctor fucking Doom.
Why?
Who can do
Okay.
literally
Why?
everything?
Each of these. Why not? Why can't they? What's the explanation? Because right now, as you present,
They say there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. Aunt May's dying. Sorry, kid. There's nothing we can do. Fucking Doctor Strange
That's lame.
even enables him to like speak with Aunt May's spirit while she's in a coma, and like she goes, fucking, okay, Peter, I'm old. I've gotten it pretty good for most of my life. I'm ready to go be with Uncle Ben. So just go ahead and let me die. But that's not good enough for Peter, because Peter Parker is a fucking man-child who like refuses to do anything the like adult and reasonable way. So after exhausting any feasible option that should solve this problem, fucking Mephisto shows up.
Okay.
Now, Mephisto, okay, you can imagine, well, Mephisto isn't literally the devil. He is just a super prominent being from hell with red skin whose shtick is that he makes disadvantageous deals with people.
That's cool.
He's basically the devil.
Yeah. I said literally, and now you're giving me basically? Fucking pathetic.
I mean, by everything but name.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, and he says, yo, fucking, I can do what all these other super ridiculously high-level characters can't do. I will fix your aunt. And in exchange, I want you to give me your marriage with Mary Jane.
Okay, how does that work? Does that mean he goes to go and fuck Mary Jane?
It means that he will reach into time and remove the marriage from ever happening.
Huh.
It is unclear as to what Mephisto gains from this, as to why he wants this.
It's
like how this
orange
benefits
blue.
him in any way.
Orange blue benefits.
I guess. And fucking is the bad idea. But like, it's actually Mary Jane who fucking finally goes, you know what? Okay, I like to think it's because she was sick of dealing with Peter's like man-baby bullshit. And she goes, okay, I'll do it if you also throw in that you will erase everybody's memory that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So in the end, it's all just really big, dumb, elaborate story to restore the status quo and remove Peter Parker's marriage, because Peter Parker being married makes him too old and makes him unrelatable to the average comic book reader.
That is... okay. Alright, so... that loops back around to conspiracy theories that are believable.
No, that's not a conspiracy theory. Like, we know this is why it went down. Like, we know for a fact that this is why Joe Quesada made it this way.
Alright.
And, you know, credit where credit is due, I guess. Fucking Marvel editorial staff has been trying to get rid of Mary Jane for years before this.
Why? Mary Jane's fine, right?
Same reason why DC has been trying to, like, get rid of Dick Grayson. Because,
why?
Because Dick Grayson is, like, more or less Batman's son.
Okay.
And that makes him too old. And
as part of the comics code, can't be old.
Like, comic book companies are, like, constantly trying to get those, like, mythical new readers. And they want to, and like there's always going to be more young people. There's always been more young people who want to buy comics. So the best way to appeal to them, that new fresh money pot, is you gotta make your characters young and relatable. And that means scrapping away all of their development.
How about this? How about you've got a fucking public resource that allows people to go and look for certain timelines of your shit, because this dumb multiverse timeline shit that DC and Marvel do is actually impenetrable to any new readers. And every new reader wants to start at the beginning. They want to say, all right, show me where to start. Where do I start off? And everybody's going to say like some weird esoteric bullshit about, I was like, oh, you should start with this series. It's not actually the beginning or whatever like that. I was like, all right, well, I kind of want to know what's going on. I was like, no, you don't want to, because that's bad. Like, you go, like, have a timeline.
Here's the thing. What you're
I feel like
saying
that would
right now
help.
is the reason why we have reboots pretty much every 20 years. And the problem is, like, because comic books get bloated, and it takes a bit to like get into them, and if it's easier if every 20 years or so we just turn it off, fucking reset the timeline, everything's issue 1 again.
That doesn't.
The
I feel
problem
like that
is
alienates people more than draws them in.
Well, that's it. But that's essentially what you're saying. That's the mindset behind those. Is like we can reset everything. Hey, you want to get into comics? Well, we just had this big reboot. All these stories are restarting again. Here's your chance to jump in. Now the problem with that,
do they suck?
aside from that, is that
Oh.
it frequently causes more confusion than it
Yeah.
solves. Like the fucking
Yeah.
New 52 reboot, like that was supremely poorly handled. Like that was bad on every level. Like fucking writers didn't know what was going on. Like fucking editorial staff could not make up their mind as to what the timeline actually was. Like, okay, so fucking Damian Wayne is a character that existed before the New 52 reboot.
Okay. Yeah, and he becomes Nightwish or whatever.
No, Damian
Nightwing.
Wayne is supposed to be 11 years old.
Okay.
And he was 11 years old at the time, like when the reboot started. Like,
Okay.
Okay, he's 11 years old. The problem is that when everything started with like the new issue 1s, everything like the setting was supposed to have been happening for more or less 5 years. So that makes it really confusing how like
books.
how anything in Batman like can happen only in a 5-year period, because Damian Wayne is Talia al Ghul's fucking son. Like, she is
Okay.
a Batman character who he encounters as Batman. Like,
All right.
so how is it that Batman can only be active for 5 years, but have his son from Talia al Ghul, who is 11 years old? Like, shit like that was all over the place with the New 52 reboot. It was just
That's not
horribly handled.